Hey guys, I'm coming to you from Huffman Avenue, 5th Street, Dayton, Ohio. This is the Huffman historic area, named after industrialist Huffman family. They're the family that started the Huffman Bicycle Corporation, otherwise known as Huffy. All of us Gen X kids know Huffy bikes. They also owned Huffman Prairie, which is now occupied by Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, which is where the Wright brothers tested their early airplanes, trained all the early pilots in the world at that location. You know, something stood out to me. I was coming home from the gym the other night, which is that this corner actually looks pretty nice. Just last year, if you would have come here, all these windows would have been boarded up, doors would have been boarded up. They're now apartments that are being rented out. They're shops in these buildings. You know, a couple years ago I come here, this area looked pretty run down. A year and a half ago I made a video down the street on election day on what was then the edge of the development. It's since pushed 6 blocks further back along 5th Street. I just took a 2-hour walk around downtown Dayton. So much construction. It's to the point where lofts that had been rehabbed from old warehouses and factories 10, 15 years ago are now in their second rehab phase, being upgraded into something even nicer. We've seen this Davis, Thomas area started somewhat in Buchanan. But really, this story right here, this you know, unstable neighborhood is really starting to turn around, especially in the last couple of years. Well, you know, some of that's been enabled by just a massive amount of money that has been pumped into the economy, encouraging all this investment. It's also responsible for a lot of the inflation we're seeing right now, but it's undeniable that some cities in the United States have seen transformational effects. We brag in Clarksburg a little bit about having a developer or someone buy the Gorlux building and rent it out. You know, a couple new storefronts in the golf building. We do not see anything like Dayton, Ohio is seeing, like Columbus, Ohio is seeing, like St. Augustine, Florida is seeing. It's not even on the same page. How did this happen? Well, the story probably started 10 years ago when the city of Dayton decided to stop spending their money demolishing buildings, invested in the police, stopped building gigantic theaters and ballparks, invested in the sidewalks, into the streets, and into the water pipes. I think in 5 years, there won't be an empty storefront in downtown Dayton, and probably in 10 years, every neighborhood in walking distance of downtown will be nice and inhabited middle-class neighborhoods with some housing for, you know, working-class people in the storefronts. And I think one of the reasons I think this is that almost every street around downtown Dayton is getting dug up, and new water and sewer lines are being put in with the American Rescue Plan Act money. Part of that is that Ohio requires anywhere that there are lead lines for a certain amount of city budget of every city to be put into replacing them. They don't have the option of kicking it down the road. They have to do it. But the other thing is just the city of Dayton and a lot of cities in Ohio have decided to just do the things that they need to do. Take care of the necessary stuff. And investors see that and appreciate that. We have not done that in Clarksburg. We are still not doing that in Clarksburg. We're still fighting about things of no consequence. Have a good day. I'll holler at you later.